And we are back with Talk of the Town with a very special guest, and it's no stranger to WHHI-TV, Daniella Stonefield, who used to actually do the Beaufort News before I did.
And Bluffton before that.
And Bluffton before that. And her partner, Ric Hollifield, and they are with ELEVÉ Properties, and we're here to talk about kind of what's going on, the uncertainty in our world today, possible recession. So let's just dive right in, and I'll start with you,
Sure.
Daniella. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? You know, why are people kind of feeling, a little uncertain?
Well, that's a really good question. And that's a conversation that we have on a literal daily and hourly basis. Mm-hmm. Right now, it is a seller's market. It is still a seller's market. It is not the sort of level of what you might call insanity that it's been in the last couple of years. Okay. We've, in some ways, I don't want to say hit a wall, but we're starting to see that plateau happen, which, by the way, is a good thing. That means potentially a reversion to a healthier market. And so that means people have more than 15 minutes to make a decision that may cost them millions of dollars, any number of things. So it is still a seller's market. It is still an extreme imbalance between the number of buyers and the number of potential homes. But the inventory is growing. There are a lot of sellers right now who are seeing what they perceive as a window closing. And so they are trying to get in while that time is happening. And so we're seeing a great increase in inventory, but still, again, outpacing or being outpaced by the demand.
So buyers have been a little cautious because of the interest rates going up, but 5%, we were talking earlier, is like nothing compared to like the 80s when it was like 16, 17%. So Ric, it's a good time to be a buyer, really, isn't it?
It's a great time to be a buyer. You know, historical relevance goes a long way here. When the interest rates are 2%, they're giving money away, right? When they're 5%, we're still giving money away. 5% is a very low interest rate on any sort of long-term investment. So yeah, buyers right now, if you're on the sideline looking, get in. This is a great time to buy. As Daniella just mentioned, inventory levels are going up. So therefore your selections are going up. We're trying to find that balance between the great price versus the price that a buyer is willing to pay. And so we have more sellers willing to negotiate right now. So yeah, if you're a buyer, don't let the interest rates deter you.
And don't try to time the market. The more you know
about it.
What do you
mean by that, Daniella?
Well, you know, a lot of people, they're saying right now, we're hearing it all the time, well, I'm going to wait for prices to drop. We were hearing that 2 years ago. We were hearing that a year ago.
I see.
I'm going to wait for the market to crash.
Right.
Recession is a natural part of the economic cycle. There is absolutely nothing suggesting that there will be a crash. Now, I am not going to go on record and say there won't be a crash because nobody really knows. Nobody has a crystal ball. If you figure that out, please let me know because that's $1 billion business. But the fact of the matter is, what's more important is the time in your life. That's what you need to decide. You need to put the parameters around yourself that you are comfortable with, and then you need to move forward. If that's the right time for you, forget about the market, forget about what's happening in the economy. Real estate is not an inherently liquid investment. And what I mean by that is that it can't be immediately converted to cash. And so because of that, it's a long-term game. Make an investment in your happiness. You know, we think currency, and what do we think? Money, right? There are a lot of other currencies. Currency means you're trading something of value for something else of value. What is more valuable than your time? The greatest currency that we have, we always think in terms of dollars, think in terms of days. If you're saying, I'm going to wait to move to Hilton Head until the market goes down, the prices go down, you might be waiting 3-4 years potentially, or you may be seeing what we're seeing still, which is appreciation.
We have about 45 seconds left. What makes ELEVÉ unique and special, your company?
Oh gosh, in 45 seconds.
I know. Can you do it? Ric, can you do it?
I think that everybody talks about their great service. Everybody talks about the word luxury. Both of those two terms are just so saturated. Yeah. We listen well, we care deeply. We truly do. And we really take on that challenge from our client as a personal one. We wake up in the morning, we think about it. We're not settled until we're able to solve it. So I think that what makes us unique is the fact that we are well connected. We are well connected around the world, and that we truly have a passion and care for every single client.
And the two of you work really well together as a team. Obviously, you're married, but you really complement each other. Wouldn't you say, Daniella?
I would agree with that. Yes, yes. Thank goodness, because we spend 24 hours a day together.
Exactly. All right, ELEVÉ Properties. And of course, it's Daniella Stonefield and Ric Hollifield. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robyn.
And we'll see you next time.